On the list, how young is too young? Parents criticizing Victoria's Secret.
Plus, try before you buy.
It's a battle of the beauty boxes. Which one is right for you? And from teens to celebrities, prom invite fails. It's Tuesday, March 26th, 2013, and you're on the list. At number 1 on the list of stories everyone's talking about, back to the jury box for Amanda Knox. An Italian court overturned the 25-year-old's acquittal in the 2007 murder of her British roommate, and now she's facing another trial. Knox served 4 years of a 26-year sentence and called today's decision painful, but also says she believes she will be exonerated. Legal expert Royal Oakes joined me via Skype. He explained why she would never see the inside of an Italian prison again, regardless of the court's decision.
The good news for Amanda Knox, of course, is that there is no way they can extradite her to Italy, and as a result, even if they proceed with the trial without her present, she's never going to have to see the inside of an Italian jail again.
Knox's boyfriend at the time was also charged and acquitted. He faces another trial as well, but it could take months before a date is set. At number 2, marriage on trial. Today, the Supreme Court started hearing arguments on same-sex marriage, and it's an expensive ticket. People on both sides have been camped out since Thursday, waiting for a chance to get inside. Only about 400 seats are available, and tickets are going for as much as $6,000. No decision is expected until June, and that's considered quick by Supreme Court standards. In Brown versus the Board of Education, which eliminated segregation in schools, the case was argued and re-argued. From beginning to end, the process took 17 months, and in Roe versus Wade, the decision took 23 months. But even if a decision is made, there will likely be many appeals, and there's no telling how long that can take. At number 3, whispers about Victoria's Secret. Lingerie retailer Victoria's Secret is under fire for a new line called Bright Young Things. Some are criticizing the company, saying the clothes target tweens. Victoria's Secret addressed the concerns in a post on its Facebook page, saying, in response to questions we recently received, Victoria's Secret Pink is a brand for college-aged women. Despite recent rumors, we have no plans to introduce a collection for younger women. The Facebook page claims that Bright Young Things was a slogan used in conjunction with the college spring break tradition. Now, whether tweens agree is another story.
At number 4, just because you're the president's wife, oh, and you're on the cover of Vogue, well, that does not mean you're the first lady of fashion, at least according to one icon.
On the day Michelle Obama's Vogue issue hits newsstands, and a few days after Britain's Sunday Times Style magazine named her their style queen, fashion designer Oscar de la Renta says, not so fast. While others have piled on the praise, the fashion legend has never been shy about criticizing the First Lady. De la Renta has dressed many First Ladies and now says he isn't concerned about not dressing Obama. He went on to say, an anonymous woman on the street is the woman who influences fashion, not a movie star or a First Lady. Say what you will, but if they arm wrestled, she would Oscar de la wreck him. At number 5, Teenionaire. What's your 17-year-old doing? If it's not getting a multi-million-dollar check, you may want to sit them down for a talk. Nick DeLoisio sold his tech startup company called Sumly, which summarizes news for your phones and tablets, to Yahoo for about $30 million. Our own Connor Knighton Sumly's Sumly for us.
DeLucio's been making apps since he was 12. Sumly got early financial backing from investors like Ashton Kutcher and Yoko Ono. Sumly's algorithm takes long stories and shortens them for smartphone readers. Yahoo will incorporate that technology into its own mobile apps. DeLucio will work for Yahoo, making him the company's youngest employee. But he won't be working from home, thanks to Yahoo's recent decision mandating all employees work out of one of their offices.
$30 million at age 17? I bet Kate Upton would actually go to the prom with this kid. And now you are caught up and clued in on the top of the list.
Extraordinary.
It's now time for your Tuesday dose of punchlines in the news.
A giant upset in the NCAA tournament. San Diego State lost to Florida Gulf Coast University. Yeah, Florida Gulf Coast University. Even the University of Phoenix Online was like, who?
Coney Island, the amusement park Coney Island has reopened, and it was completely destroyed by Hurricane Sandy. You know that booth where you, for $1 or $2, whatever it is, you get a softball, and you try to knock down those milk bottles? Those milk bottles were the only things that were not knocked down.
Dancing divas, and Brad Pitt does a death dance with zombies. We're serving up the hottest news in pop culture on the Hot List. First, ABC's Dancing with the Stars with some serious swinging and serious missing. At the top last night, 16-year-old Zendaya Coleman totally spun the dance floor around with her 20s-inspired jive routine.
A star is born big time.
Also with a score of 26, American Idol alum Kelly Pickler put on a breathtaking, smoky performance.
Last week was a spark. This week is a fire. Well done. There you go.
At the bottom for the second week, D.L. Hughley. Our favorite move of the night, Andy Dick dancing to Lady Gaga's Poker Face. We'll see who gets kicked to the curb on tonight's Elimination Show. Next, Will Smith with a red-hot reveal about why he turned down the part of Django in last year's Django Unchained. Will told Entertainment Weekly Django wasn't the lead, so it was like, I need to be the lead. The other character was the lead. The other character he's talking about is Django's sidekick played by Christoph Waltz, who won an Oscar for his part as supporting actor.
Who knows what's gonna happen?
Too bad. The world was ready to see the Man in Black make a comeback to his gunslinging ways. Lastly, if for some reason your zombie cravings haven't been filled by the dozens of movies and books and TV shows about them, get ready to get zombied to death with a dose of Brad Pitt. The second trailer for World War Z is blazing across multiplexes everywhere. The action thriller shows the world being overtaken by a zombie apocalypse.
Life as we know it will come to an end in 90 days.
And the only man who can save humanity is...
How do we know they're coming?
They're coming.
Brad Pitt. Haven't seen enough? Check out the new poster showing a pile of zombies reaching for a helicopter. Those are some proactive dead people. World War Z shambles into theaters June 21st. Cold-blooded killers running amok on the hot list.
The hot talk on the internet is the Kate Upton prom date. She accepted a high school kid's video invitation to the prom. A Cinderella story for certain, but these YouTube proposals don't always work. Prom invite fails. That's what's trending.
First up, from the world of corsages and cummerbunds. This teen was jonesing for a Jonas to be her prom date, so she serenaded Nick with a version of his song, Introducing Me.
You probably think I'm one of those crazy Jonas fans, but I promise that I'm not.
Then there's the love-struck gal who popped the question to Niall of boy band One Direction using jelly beans and pizza.
Do you want to go to prom with me? Well, if the other boys are jealous, I can certainly find them prom dates. I already have a few girls in mind.
Unfortunately, the one direction he ran in was the other direction. And check out this video courtship of Disney darling turned spring breaker Selena Gomez.
I've taken multiple pictures with you secretly, and I even beat up your boyfriend Justin Bieber.
I remember a simpler time when instead of ignoring a video, celebrities would just ignore a 15-page handwritten letter tied to a rock and thrown over the wall of their compound.
And finally, this young Romeo tried to get Taylor Swift to be his prom date with a song based on her song, Me.
I promise you that if you go, I'll be interesting. It won't be sketchy, it might be awkward, but you'll be safe with me.
I guess Taylor will write a song about how this guy's prom request destroyed her faith in love and sell 2 billion copies. And that's a look at prom invite fails on What's Trending.
Thinking about prom makes you feel young, and so does thinking about Steven Tyler. Happy birthday to the Aerosmith frontman who turns 64 today. I know, time flies when you're tying scarves around mic stands or when you just black out for entire decades. The point is, Birthday Boy tops our list of musicians who look and sound amazing, but whose age might surprise you. They say sunlight ages you, but we break down how limelight keeps you young.
When Steven Tyler tells you to walk this way, he doesn't mean with a cane. This dude has written hits, judged American Idol, and fathered a couple of super adorable daughters.
The roosters may crow, but the hens deliver the goods, you know what I'm saying?
Another singer who's crazy stylish and crazy youthful, and whose true colors have not faded, Cyndi Lauper. The girl that just wanted to have fun, she's still having it at 59. Here she is rehearsing for Broadway in a scene from her Wii series, Still Unusual.
Back it up till it's done. Do I look lame doing that?
Lionel Richie, now 63, never looks lame.
Women will walk in and tell me I was engaged, I fell in love, we had children, we got married. Guys have one signal they give me. They go, Lionel. You understand?
Lionel, I am so feeling you. And remember Blondie? Deborah Harry is 67 years old. That's very close to 70, and she is still cooler than most of us will ever be.
And he may not be blonde, but he is a cougar. Well, he was. John once was called Cougar Mellencamp, is 61 years old. He toured with Bob Dylan back in 2010. That lineup, when you combine their ages, 128 years old. Rockers of all ages, thanks for staying in the game on The Breakdown.
The Statue of Liberty, the Sistine Chapel, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. All pieces of our past restored for the future. But across the U.S., there are plenty of historic works of art forgotten, abandoned, and left behind to crumble. Mike Brookbank introduces us to the man on a mission to save these masterpieces.
What we're doing is really, really important.
You could call Lou McClung a statue savior.
I have a lot of passion for it.
In 2009, Catholic churches started closing in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio.
When these churches were built, whoever thought that they were going to shut them down?
McClung, worried about what was left behind, came to the rescue of these religious artifacts, purchasing many of them from the local diocese.
This artwork, to me, is beautiful artwork and it's sacred, but it also represents the people who sacrificed everything to put it here.
As a professional makeup artist, he brought his beauty skills to a different clientele, restoring statues like this one that someone spray-painted white.
When a piece comes in like that, I have to do my homework and really know what that piece should have looked like 100 years ago.
His homework checklist includes looking at photos of old statues, historic churches, and manufacturers' catalogs. It can take up to 60 hours to bring a piece back to its original condition.
Lou not only rescues and restores statues from Cleveland, his reach is nationwide, working for private collectors and churches across the country.
McClung's dedication and talent can be seen all under one roof at his Museum of Divine Statues in Lakewood, Ohio.
We're here to inspire everybody.
The former church sanctuary now provides salvation to dozens of statues and a place for prayer and meditation.
When you can set your eyes on a piece of art or a statue and it looks very realistic, the idea is that you can keep your focus.
McClung is focused on the future. With the possibility of more Catholic churches closing, his work is far from over.
It's definitely a calling. It's the only way that I can explain where that comes from.
For The List, I'm Mike Brookbank.
It's a battle of the beauty boxes. Which one is right for you? And from the shower to power, the future of energy-efficient gadgets. Next on The List, it's worth staying up for. Here's a list of who's performing on late night TV tonight.
The List is online. Exclusive stories, incredible photos, the hottest viral videos. Get caught up and clued in at thelistshow.tv.
Is it just me, or are we all a little sick of that phrase, think outside the box? Good news. I'm going to tell you to think inside the box, at least when it comes to beauty. According to Connor Knighton, beauty in a box is not just pretty, it's pretty convenient. So Connor, what's the deal?
Fast Company magazine recently named Birchbox one of the most innovative companies of 2013. They've got a pretty smart business model. Customers pay $10 to $20 a month. In exchange, you get a box of trial-sized products, mostly beauty products like lotions and soaps. But the real beauty? Brands pay Birchbox to include those samples. So Birchbox gets paid twice. And they get paid a third time if you go on to buy a full-size product from their online store. Now, I have no idea if any of this stuff is any good. As a matter of fact, I don't really know what most of this stuff is.
Black Label Detox, Arbutin and Caviar Extract, Pore Minimizing, Sicilian Orange Extract, Hypnostrama.
But I do know something must be working, because there are tons of businesses out there all trying to do the same thing. Glossybox sends 5 to 6 luxury-size samples for $21 a month. Beauty Army lets you choose up to 6 samples per month for $12. Beauty Fix lets you select 8 products for $49.99. They claim those products are worth up to $400. Of course, it's not all about minimizing your fine lines and wrinkles. Eco Emmy focuses on eco-friendly samples. Kiwi Crate delivers the materials to do 2 creative projects with your kids a month.
Today we made our own paper roll marble run. We cut the paper rolls open, then we use tape to stick them to the wall.
And Spicy Subscriptions sends you, let's just say it's not a hot sauce company. Unlike Birchbox, they promise free and discreet shipping.
We have all kinds of power sources: wind, solar, turbine, and plenty of devices using it all up. But there are new ways to save both energy and the environment. We have a list of 4 on the Futurists. At number 4, it's the Smart Power Strip.
These smart power strips, you just plug them in and the smart power strip senses when the device is not in use and powers it down. It can cost anywhere from $25 to $50 per strip, but they can save you up to $100 in energy costs a year.
At number 3, check out the new Honeywell Smart Thermostat.
This is the latest and greatest from Honeywell. And believe it or not, there's an app for that. So you download it to your tablet, your smartphone, your computer, and you can control your home's heating and cooling. If used properly, you can save up to 30% of your home's heating and cooling costs. That's significant. This particular model is $249, and it will be available in about a month.
At number 2, here's a smart shower head called the Shower Start.
Super simple. You just unplug your old one and plug this one in. As soon as it senses the hot water, it shuts down to just a little trickle. When you're ready to go in, you just pull this cord and the hot water comes on full blast. It's really a cool little device. It's only about $40, but you will save up to $200 in energy costs a year. And you get them from showerstart.com.
And at number 1, it's the Modlet, a gadget you plug in and play that saves you cash along the way.
The great little thing about this is you just plug it into your wall, and then you come along and you plug in any device, any appliance right into this. You download the software and you can control and manage your devices and your appliances remotely. They're about $50 and you can save 6 to 10% on your utility bill.
The smart techie way to save you mucho moolah on
The Futurist.
Viralist.
Watching out for the most animalistic videos on the web. First up, it's a furry fiesta. Check out these adorable and energetic Border Terrier puppies. Border Terriers were bred to hunt fox and vermin and clearly love to chase. They're most distinguishable by their otter-like heads with their shorter muzzle. Next, it's an episode of
Will Kitty Play With It? Celebrity Edition.
Friskies is giving this cat a new playmate. Will it go well?
Oh my. Grumpy Cat! Grumpy Cat.
Look at that piercing scowl. Fidget did not see this coming.
Whoa! What could she be thinking?
Whoa, under the couch she goes.
Boy, howdy.
Well, at least he tried. Aw, Grumpy Cat.
Grumpy
Why
Cat.
you gotta be such a downer?
Could not care less.
Lastly, Chick Magnet. Take a look at Rosie the cat being swarmed by a bunch of little chicks, and she's just laying there calmly. Apparently, this is a pretty normal day in Rosie's life. Delightful darlings on the viral list.
Oh, the smells of spring. This list of fragrances are the trending scents of the season.
The sounds of spring, birds chirping, insects buzzing, people sneezing from allergies, and David Archuleta singing. Like the list on Facebook and you could win a copy of David Archuleta's new album, No Matter How Far. One lucky winner gets a beach cruiser bicycle from Overstock.com. Like the list on Facebook and enter now for your chance to win.
Thanks for joining us on The List. Here's a look at what we're working on for Wednesday.
Are you being watched? Hotels trolling your social media pages. Why they could be spying on your next vacation. Plus, the lost world found? Bringing extinct animals back to life. Tomorrow on The List.